Welcome everybody to another edition of Historical Geocaching with Geocacher Tiana Photobug from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Today is very, very exciting. It's almost Thanksgiving break, and my grandparents and family and I, we are headed back to Audubon Acres. You may remember, if you are a faithful follower of my videos, that I attended my very first geocaching event, the Owl Prowl, back over at Audubon Acres. So I'm really excited to be able to go back there again. And they're having like a Pioneer Day celebration of like what it used to be like to be an American pioneer in the 1800s with carpentry and blacksmithing and all that cool kind of stuff. So lots of fun ahead. Come along with me as I go see Pioneer Days at Audubon Acres. Okay folks, we are now here at Audubon Acres, and unfortunately the visitor center is closed today, but you know what, that's just fine because I got to see that about 2 months ago, and I can show anyone who hasn't seen the visitor center, they can see it on my Owl Prowl videos, #1 and #2. Anyway, the Pioneer Days part is across the tracks here. So let's go check this out.
They did most of their cooking in them. It's you can cook anything you cook in your oven or on your stovetop at home in one. If you want to simmer or boil something, you build a bed of coals underneath, or you could just put the pot directly over the fire. And then if you want to roast or bake something, you put coals on top too. And that's why they have the flat lids with the rim around the edge, so you can check on your food without getting a bunch of hot ash in there.
Okay, well, we're done there now. You'll tell us a lot of cool things about how they used to bake back then. A lot harder than it used to be now. Than it is now. So now we're going to continue seeing what's out here at Audubon Acres Pioneer Days.
Down on it until it pushes into the wood, makes it stick in there, and you work a lot harder, but you're not getting anywhere.
Now we're continuing to head over to the cabin area. It's really neat to learn. Mr. Simpson told us all about how the pioneers used to cut logs back in the olden days with different types of saws. Really, really neat. Let's see what these guys are up to.
Doing here, I'm spinning wool into yarn. And this is how you would make most of your clothing. And typically you're going to be spinning what's called singles. This is a single strand of yarn, and you would be using this to weave with. So you'd have a loom in your home in addition to your wheel, and you'd be weaving fabric.
Did they keep the loom up all the time?
It would most likely come apart because that's going to be a seasonal chore.
Okay.
You're going to do most of your weaving probably in the winter.
Okay.
When all of the outside chores are done. This is something your spinning is going to be done in the spring when you're shearing the animals, so you'll have all the wool. That way you don't have to store wool, you can just store yarn.
in here. I don't think it's normally open. Check out the fireplace there. Chairs. And kind of reminds me of Greenfield Village. Beautiful fall day. Here is the grave of Robert Sparks Walker. I think he was the one who started Audubon Acres. Let's see what we can read. Nice kind of picture of him, engraving. It says, in memory of Robert Sparks Walker. Here he was born February 4, 1878. Here he died September 26, 1960. And the here is referring to as the log cabin that's just behind me. It says he's nationally known author and naturalist, the moving spirit, in founding the Chattanooga Audubon Society. He was a man to whom nature revealed her secrets, and he with gentle wisdom imparted them to others. It says, the mystic veil I may steal through to walk again these trails with you. Oops, down there. And I think he and maybe his wife buried here. Anyway, that's kind of really neat. Okay, well that was a lot of fun seeing the Pioneer Days area of Audubon Acres, seeing the cabin, all those different things. Hope you enjoyed that, and now I am going to go look for a geocache. That's the one that Nathan and I looked for. First one we looked for on the first Owl Prowl video, but we had to, I didn't want to look for it because there was so much poison ivy at the time. Now I'm hoping that there won't be so much poison ivy, and I'm going to go take a look for it. And hey everybody, this is Geocacher T and Photobug. After just a tiny little bit of bushwhacking, not much, I have arrived at the ground zero of the coordinates for this cache called Tree of Three, hidden by AB4 a long time ago. And I'd love to show you the cache. It is so totally awesome and creative and just wonderful. Had a lot of fun finding it. I did find it. Definitely if you're out here, be sure to come and look at it because it is pretty neat. So, anyway, yay! I found another cache number 270 for me. Now, before we leave, I'd show my family and grandparents the bridge on South Chickamauga Creek. So that's where we're all going to be hiking now.
Still have your biscuit?
Okay, we are now here at the bridge. I am going up it carefully. This is actually the place that I created the geocaching photo challenge, and Nathan, yeah, he was playing around with me. But yeah, this is just a really cool place. Well, between me shutting this camera off and turning it back on, we've had a lot of fun. Just our family is picture crazy, and we've just been taking pictures of everybody on everybody's camera in every combination. Just had a lot of fun on this bridge. But anyway, this about sums up this video. Thank you so much for watching. It's so fun to see you, come out here to Audubon Acres again for the Pioneer Days special events. Learn how our pioneers used to live and make a living. And I hope you enjoyed watching it. I certainly enjoyed coming out here and filming it. Had some fun times with my family, and so be sure to check out my blog, www.historicalgeocaching.blogspot.com, for details on this video as well as just about anything that's history or geocaching related. And as always, this is Geocacher T and Photobug signing out. I'm having a blast with the past.